Today is a very special day. Can you guess what day it is? If you guessed today is May the 4th be with you, you are absolutely correct. That is the correct answer. And bonus points, it is also my birthday, which is actually the main reason why I'm making this video. Wow, I'm actually 30 years old. That's really crazy to think about. Like, I've experienced 30 years of life. And to think about the last 10 years of my life is kind of overwhelming, to be honest. I mean, literally 10 years ago, I graduated from high school. I graduated at age 20, just so you know. But if I can just put myself in the shoes of that 20-year-old Ernesto, that 20-year-old Flybird, who was just so young and just so, like, not even, like, had facial hair and, like, was just not even, like, as strong. I mean, I was pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie. I was still pretty strong back then. But I'm not as strong as I am right now. Just to think about the character development that I've gone through. It's mind-blowing. It's pretty cool thinking about it. But I also remember there was a time in my life where I was just so lost and I felt like I just had no way with life. I just didn't understand what exactly I wanted to do. Or at least I thought I did. I thought I knew what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to be a personal trainer. I thought I wanted to, work for the NFL, the NBA, and be an athletic trainer or be a physical therapist. Even though I felt like I was a little bit pressured to go into college, I felt like I didn't really have any choice. Despite being the only one in my family to graduate from high school, despite being the only one in my family to graduate from college, nobody in my family has ever done that. But I still felt the pressure and the weight of society pressing onto my brain and saying you should go to college, because if you don't go to college, you're a loser and you're going to be a loser and you should figure out like what's going on in your life. And I think that's what I really want to talk about in this video is just, I really want to speak to those who are just entering their 20s, those who are in their mid-20s, and those who are probably exiting their 20s. I think now that I've become 30 years old, I think I've received the correct qualifications to give those people in their 30s the advice that is needed in order to succeed in life. Maybe not to succeed in life, because I'm still not successful yet. But I think I can share a few things that will probably help you out, But with all that being said, let me share with you 3 things that I believe will help you out with your life in your 20s, specifically men. If you're a lady and you're watching this, I'm sorry, this video is probably not going to be for you. I mean, you could probably take some of these things with a grain of salt, but I'm speaking to the men out here. Sorry, girls, this video is for the boys. All right, number 1, you don't have to have your whole life figured out. When I was in my 20s, when I was in college, I felt this huge amount of pressure. This pressure like none other. It was probably a pressure that you all can relate to, that people just expect you to know what you want out of life, to know what do you want to do for the rest of your life. And you literally just became an adult. It literally felt like you were just reborn out of the womb. You were fresh out of high school. And people straight up are demanding that you know exactly what you want to do. But I'm here to tell you that you don't need to know exactly what you want to do. I think it's good to have an idea, but I don't think you need to have this ultimate blueprint of this is how my life's going to go. This is what I want to do. By age 25, I want to get married. By this age, I want to have kids. By this age, I want to be successful. By this age, and blah, 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 blah. And it's not going to work like that. What I've learned in my 20s is that your life doesn't progress in a linear fashion. Your life is going to go up, then it's going to go down, then it's going to go up, then it's going to go down. You're going to experience times where you're feeling really good. You're going to experience times where you're going through so much stress and so much anxiety. And I'm here to tell you that it's okay. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to feel like you are being left behind. Especially in today's world where everybody posts their highlight reel and all their accomplishments in life, but they never post what's going on behind the camera. All you see is about, 10 seconds, a minute, 3 at most maybe, of what's going on in a 24-hour day. In a 24-hour day. You don't know what that person is actually going through. You don't know how hard that person has actually worked for that. If you are feeling behind in life, I'm here to tell you that that's a good thing. In my opinion, I think that's a good thing. Why do I think that's a good thing? Because you're aware. You are aware that something is wrong. You are aware that something is not right. And now it's up to you to do something about it. When you are feeling like you are being left behind, yes, it can suck. It's very discouraging. But That is what is sometimes needed in order for you to keep moving forward and for you to accomplish the goals that you set out for yourself. Try to see things from my shoes. I'm a ninja, okay? I go and I work out with people who are pretty much at the same level as me. I'm working out and everybody's socializing, everybody's talking, having a good time. You know, we are just pretty much we're just hanging out. You know, we're not really training that hard. We're not really taking our diet that seriously. We are just having fun. Now you take that same person and you put them in a whole competition where only the elite are competing. Obviously, I'm going to be dead last. Obviously, I'm going to feel discouraged. Obviously, I'm going to feel left behind. And that's a good thing. You want to know why? Because that's going to inspire change. What I'm saying is that you need to surround yourself with people who are going to make you feel like you're left behind, who are going to make you feel like you're left in the dust. Yeah, it sucks, but long term, you're going to end up in a much better spot than you can imagine. So don't feel pressure that you got to have everything figured out before 25. I didn't really have most of my life figured out until I was about 27. That college degree I got, I don't even use it. It's giving me good knowledge. I have pretty good skills in the fitness industry, and it probably will help me out long term, but it's not the main thing I'm doing now. So that's number one. Number two, don't really take your dating life too seriously. Now, this advice is going to be relatable to probably half of you guys who are watching this. For those of you who are not watching this, there might still be something that you can learn from it. But I'm just going to say that this is going to be mostly to people who were kind of like me. In the dating world, I don't really have much, if at all, any dating experience. My dating experience is probably at a minimal. So when it comes to like girls and stuff, I'm not the one to come to advice. Don't come to me for advice when it comes to girls, because I don't really have any experience with that. I've been single probably all my life. The longest relationship I probably had at 30 would probably be like a month, and that was in high school, which I don't really think that counts. I don't count it in my book. So what I'm saying is, you might be that guy. You might be that guy who's probably around my age, or is like getting to my age, or you're probably not even around my age or nowhere near my age, and you're probably discouraged that you can't get a girlfriend. Well, I'm just gonna say this. Men get better the older they get. I am a completely different person than I was when I was 20. If you had to ask me, if I became a girl and I was asked would I date 20-year-old Ernesto versus 30-year-old Ernesto, I would go for the 30-year-old Ernesto without a doubt, because 30-year-old Ernesto is a lot more financially stable. Or 30-year-old Ernesto has a car, he has a job. I mean, he was on TV. He wasn't on TV when he was 20. He's better looking. He's a lot more muscular. I mean, I can just keep on saying why 30-year-old Ernesto was just so much more cooler than 20-year-old Ernesto. Don't get me wrong. I was a pretty cool guy when I was 20 as well. I would say I was a lot more adventurous. I would probably say I was a lot more daring, more willing to do more things. Now that I'm 30, I'm a lot more mature. I'm a lot more wise. Like if I mess my leg up, that messes up my job. That messes up me as an athlete. That messes up a lot of things. So I'm not willing to take bigger risks compared to 20-year-old Ernesto. So he has me on that. But in terms of personal growth, I've become a lot more knowledgeable. I've read more books. I developed more skills. I'm currently learning how to do 3D art, which is really fun for me. And there's going to be more videos talking about that later on in the future. What I really want to say is, do not be discouraged if your dating life is not going so well. You will continue to get stronger as a person, physically and mentally and emotionally. Sometimes we have to get our hearts broken in order to become the person that we are meant to be. And there's so much I can say just off of that. But unless y'all are interested, that can be a topic for another video. Number 3, you gotta travel. You need to go out there, experience the world, see all of its wonders and mysteries and amazingness. Make new connections, meet new people. You might even find a honey out there, I don't know. There's just so much to traveling that you can just get so much out of. And I know Some people are just not financially there. Some people are, have a whole bunch of things that they have to commit to. I know everybody in my 20s, we're all different. We all have lived life differently from each other. Some of y'all have kids. Some of y'all are married already. Some of y'all are like me, So what I'm saying is, if you ever have the opportunity to go travel, to get out the country or the state, you should definitely take it. Because you never know who you end up meeting. And that person, whether if it's a future spouse, a potential mate, or a new friend, it can definitely go a long way. So here are a couple bonus advice that I also have for you. Number 1, take risk. If you are in a position where you feel like you're about to take a big risk, you should probably take it. Of course, you should weigh your options, and obviously if death is also part of that risk, you should probably not take it. I mean, unless you're just crazy like that. I can definitely say a lot of things I've done. Remember when I talked about that your life doesn't grow in a linear progression way? You're going to experience ups and you're always going to experience downs. Sometimes you have to take risks and you end up going in those down moments. But you also allow yourself to grow even more because you were able to take that risk and you were able to learn from it. Sometimes we have to learn from our mistakes. Yes, the best thing to do is to learn from other people's mistakes, but sometimes there are times where we have to learn from our own mistakes because we hold on to those lessons a lot heavier than we learn from other people's mistakes. Save as much money as you possibly can. Invest in things that will help you make more money. Read as many books as you possibly can. Learn a new skill that could probably help you make more money. And I think the most important thing of this entire thing is that you should find a mentor. You should find somebody that is in the place of life that you want to be. Someone that you want to become like. Someone that you know that you can trust and that you can pretty much be transparent with. It will go a long ways, trust me. I feel like there's a lot more that I can say, but I'm just going to keep this very short. So with that being said, if you are somebody currently in their 20s and you relate to any of this, or if this helps you, let me know in the comments section. Like this video, subscribe to this video, and let me know if this relates to you at all. Now with that being said, I'm going to go watch Star Wars because May the 4th be with you. So that's what I'm going to do. So hope you all have an amazing day. Peace!